Hey guys, we're back again with another video. I'm sure you have seen that tremendous heavyweight fight that took place on the weekend just gone. Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. It was nothing short of what I expected or what I had imagined it to be. Do you know what? In fact, it was even better of what I thought it would be. It was straight action right from round one. We saw Daniel Dubois down twice in the first round and in the third round again with a hit to the temple. And it was straight packed action. Daniel Dubois, he boxed beautifully. Fabio Wardley, of course he impressed us and he showed us as to why us boxing fans respect him so much. And I've got to say, shout out to that chin because it's surely made out of steel. He was not going down. And one thing is for certain that these men, both of these men, came to fight. They came to fight, and I think they brought everything that they could. It was beautiful, it was brilliant as a boxing fan to watch and to see. But one thing that I do have to say is I do think that the fight could have been stopped a lot earlier. And I think many people may agree to this also, and it's been a topic of discussion for the past couple of days. Now, I remember I was watching the fight and it was coming to the end of round six, and I was thinking, oh my God, like Fabio Wardley's literally on the ropes. He's not defending himself. His hands are down. He's not throwing anything. Is this fight going to be stopped? That was the first moment I thought, is the ref going to stop it? But he didn't. And the fight continued and he continued. And I think as the fight was going on, it was getting more and more uncomfortable to watch because we're literally just seeing him taking these brutal hits. And the thing is, Fabio Wardley has so much heart. He's such a warrior. He just wasn't going down. He just wasn't. And he was just taking them and taking them. Coach Ben Davison actually put out a statement. He said, on last night, well, this is obviously old. Firstly, congrats to Dubois. Yep, two tremendous warriors in a modern day classic. We're super proud of Fabio, as am I. I actually agree. The fight could have been stopped earlier. I'm glad that he noticed that also. He said that he didn't see Fabio stumbling before walking over to the doctor at the start of round 10, which, to be honest, I'm quite surprised at, that he was in the corner and he didn't see that. But then that also got me thinking that us at home, the viewers, what we get to see all the different camera angles. We see it all. Whereas them, they probably don't get to see it in the same eyes or lens that we get to see it, right? And he said, as ironically, we was discussing with each other to have the towel in hand. Fantastic. And I agree with him in this regard when he said it's such a difficult job to not only find a balance, but to strike at the right time to stop a fight like that on a whim. And I get him in that. I get that. I totally do, because there was times when Fabio Wardley was like taking these punches to the head and then he would fire back. But then it's like, at what point do you call it and just say, no, enough is enough? And I think that's the difficult position that the corners are put in. But then again, it's also their job because they have to keep also the boxers safe as well as the referee. I'm glad the referee stopped it when he did. I think he could have stopped it earlier. Definitely. There was multiple times I was screaming at the TV like, stop this fight. He could have stopped it a lot earlier. But thank God it was stopped in the 11th round. Daniel Dubois is the new WBO World Heavyweight Champion. I'm happy for him, two-time world champion. And for me personally, I know the question that oftentimes that we say and we talk about is, what's next? Who's next? For me, I wouldn't be mad at seeing a rematch. Frank Warren made it very clear that there was a rematch clause in the contract. I wouldn't be mad at a rematch. But I do wonder, what would Fabio Wardley look like in his next fight? These boxers, I will never ever stop praising them for what they do, what they put their bodies through, going into that ring and taking these punches to the head. But how will he perform in his next fight? I'm not saying this is the end of him, and I don't think he should quit or he should retire. Absolutely not. He has done incredibly, I think, personally. I did want Fabio Wardley to win this fight. I did want him to win. I thought if he could get through Daniel Dubois, then I would love to see him go up against Usyk. I thought that would be a spectacle. But that didn't go out that way. It also does get me thinking, would I like to see Daniel Dubois and Usyk for the third time? No. So then it does make you think, like, what type of fight, who would he fight? Because Usyk is the guy with the remainder of the belts, you know, to become undisputed if he does want to become undisputed. We've seen it twice already. But like I said before, I would love to see a rematch. It was a competitive fight. You know, it was super competitive. I think after watching that fight, I think Daniel Dubois has proven a lot of people wrong. The people that will call him a quitter, there was moments in that fight that he could have quit twice. You was down twice in that fight. That means that he had opportunities to quit and he didn't, you know, and he kept fighting and he won. And I love the heavyweight division right now. I think it's real exciting. It's an exciting time. And in saying that, Fury has also teased potential fight news coming soon. And I would take it that he's probably looking to have a fight before his showdown with AJ later on this year. But I was thinking, who would Tyson Fury fight, you know, ahead of that fight to stay active for that super showdown, British boxing showdown with AJ? And I was looking at the top 10 heavyweights by the Ring magazine, and you know, Usyk, he's got a fight coming up, so it can't be Usyk. I'm sure he would love that. Fabio Wardley, he just fought Caballero. Daniel Dubois, he just fought. Filip Hrgovic, he's fighting this weekend. Moses Utama, he's supposed to be fighting in July. Efe. Richard Torres, he's fighting soon on the undercard of Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven. Murat, I've never heard of. And Justice Huni, he fought not too long ago on the undercard of Fury versus Makhmudov. So that's something to look forward to also. And I love that he's looking to stay active. And honestly, I wish Fabio Wardley all the best in his recovery. I hope he takes as much time to recover and to get better. I am excited to see him back in the ring again. I know that he'll be back without a doubt. What do you think? What would you guys like to see next for both Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley? Are you like me? Would you like to see a rematch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I'm going to speak to you guys in my next video on Friday. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Bye for now.